Okay, greetings, patriots, Starseeds light workers, and of course our brave military and galactic brothers and sisters working, fighting, and dying for our freedom. Welcome to 1776 United, and we are in a worldwide and galactic revolution. Now, this is going to be part 2 of the Earth Alliance, the establishment of the military-grade financial and infrastructure of the quantum financial system. So to continue on, the QFS is alive. In addition to being faster, it is controlled by a consciousness quantum intelligence, which guarantees that each transaction is genuine, lawful, and deliberate. It substitutes incorruptible digit guardians for corrupt human gatekeepers from human corrupt gatekeepers, okay? That means anybody that's doing nefarious bullshit, because we have such a different I guess a more maybe called an onion effect of different layers of good, bad, and evil. There's there's gray hats and black hats pretending to be white hats. There's white hats pretending to be black hats. There's red hats pretending to be white hats. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, right? So we are working through the system as we see it to uncover or expose the evil of this beautiful world we live in. Artificial intelligence is not what this is. Anytime that you're going to have a lot of people out there trying to sell you shit, especially right now, is a fake operator. Just mark my words on that. This should all come into place very, very organically. You know, if you want to throw your money away like that, that's fine. But I heard even on XRP, XLM, there's different, I guess, dry wallets or cold wallets, whatever they want to call them, that are getting their accounts wiped right out. You have to be very, very, very cautious. Me, what I do, if I want a transaction or trade for something, it's usually in precious metal, and I'll trade. If I pick up a good deal on some gold, I will turn around and trade it for silver, and maybe see if I can get a better deal for silver, because the human psyche right now is focused, that their eyeballs are focused in on how much and how expensive gold is based on those numbers. Silver is grossly, and I mean grossly, underrated. And I expect it's sitting at, it dropped on Friday here in the Philippines, but it dropped down to 38.75, I guess it was. Excuse me, it's very, very hot here. And so where I'm going with this is that silver has a much better jump forward for revaluing, and will climb much higher, as we all know. I mean, it's sitting at 87 to 1 right now, so it takes 87 ounces to 1 ounce of gold to compare evenly. So, and usually that'll sit around 7 to 1. So there is basically 80 times. So if you take $40, basically US, for a silver dollar, times that by 80, that's the number that should be the real rate on the silver 99.9% 1-ounce piece. Okay? So, artificial intelligence is not what this is. So we're not running on CBDCs. What they're trying to, these clowns, black hats, whatever you want to call them, are trying to get you back into their banks, which you cannot trust, but you're putting your money in their banks, and their armored cars are coming and picking up your money at the end of the day of all you good little depositors and taking it off, and it's gone. And if you're got some substantial deposits, you're going to have one hell of a time pulling it out of there. People that got 100 grand, 200, 300 million, whatever, it's going to be impossible to pull your money out. I know friends right now that have had, stocks, bank stocks, from their companies and stuff like that, that they have worked hard for all their lives, and now they're trying to pull it out. It's absolutely having an impossible time to try to do that. And I knew this was coming. I was never part of the system, never will be. The deep state has made every effort to undermine you, like false alarms, shocks to the economy, blackouts in the media. QFS, however, is untouchable. This is the end of their game. You can see their final movements, and it's very, very clear, very, very obvious. Okay? And what I'm trying to say here is that as they are disintegrating and being evaporated by the new quantum financial system, they're going to try to steal as much money of yours on the way out. And why let them? I'm here to never ask for money for you. I'm only here to give you a senior's advice from a guy that's been around this matrix for 70 years. And I see very clearly in my mind exactly what is happening. I don't want to see people poor and, have their money ripped off. It's heartbreaking. Anyways, the deep state has made every effort to undermine it, and you can see the final of their final movements. It's very clear exactly how this whole thing's coming down. I believe, like I said, the Treasury will take over the Fed buildings and stuff like that that's been renovated. That's why Trump went there yesterday, the day before, and basically wanted to punch Jerome Powell out because he's just a little parasite that's been stealing your money and giving it all to his offshore buddies, unelected offshore banksters around the world. So you've been, taxpayers, been working hard with all your pensions and everything, that you're relying on now, has all been stolen by that little prick and sent over to offshore operators to feed their sick pedophile agendas. There are more than 700,000 indictments that have already been acted on, and they're still being acted on right now. But each indictment has 99 suspects in them, or could have up to 99 suspects in them, or corporations. So there is millions that have to be wiped and cleaned out and prosecuted if applicable. And mass arrests are been going on since 2016. And that means all the likes of all these usual suspects, such as the Clintons, the Bushes, the Obamas, all that, they've all been taken out already. The Bidens, they've been done. You're just watching a remake, a controlled remake of what the military has already done some, almost 10 years now. So, step out of the matrix, step out, and look at this whole picture from a 30,000-foot view. Mass arrests are has been ongoing since 2016. This is not a theory. They are pursuing the remaining financial terrorists. And that means you little rat, Jerome Powell, and all your little henchmen that are out there. Your days are numbered. I don't expect him to be wherever he is right now for much more than a month. 30 days from now, he'll be gone. It is obvious that the old central banking cartel is dying. And for the first time in history, humanity has a system designed to liberate rather than enslave. Have faith in this plan. And if you don't have faith in the plan, then you're really not part of the new world, are you? There's so much to look forward to. And we must endure this darkness so we can identify our real enemies. Our real enemies are the ones that are mocking you, trying to shut you down. All this is being exposed right now. They will not be part of the new world. They know it. And that's why they're terrorizing as much as they can on the way out before that rope gets put around their neck. I had some people ask me about Romano Didulo. She apparently, self-proclaimed Queen of Canada, whatever. But she's, I've done a little bit of listening to her. I have known about her for several years now, I guess. When she first come out, she's let's just see how this plays out, Let's see. I mean, she's saying all the right things. She's saying exactly the same things I'm saying. So, I have to resonate with that. She's got the, she's out there to basically attacking the attackers. She's hunting the hunters. That's what's happening. And I resonate with that as me. I'm hunting the hunters, and I want to see them all brought to justice for the crimes that they have committed, crimes against humanity, traitors, treason. There's so many of them out there. This is going to go on and on and on and on for the next how many more years, I don't know. But the cleanup is ongoing. And great strides have been done and completed by our very brave military and global alliance. And of course the GESARA military, which is made up of 77 different armies from around and of different countries around the world. They're watching everything. Don't forget, patriots. We are 100 times more good in this world than they have evil. And their days are numbered. They know it. And I don't care how they want to beg their way out of it. If it was me and up to me, I'd give them zero quarter, no quarter at all. I do not approve of I don't even approve of their existence because of what they've done to our little ones. This is all going to come out there. And anybody that is supporting them is a part of their system. Just remember that. And they're being monitored right now, and we will get to you sooner or later. Time's up. See you on the next one.